Welcome back to Trillium Tarot. Thank you for joining me. My name is Stephanie, and today for this video, I am going to show you the cards in the Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck. Now, I have had a bit of a hard time trying to figure out how to get the lighting just right for this deck because it is so gold and so shiny. But this is an absolutely beautiful deck, and it maintains consistency with the imagery in the Rider-Waite. This is the Fool card, and you can see what I mean when I say that it's a really shiny deck. Maybe you can see the light glinting off the rays of the sun. So this is the Fool, about to walk off the cliff with his trusty little doggy. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Get a better image for you. And it's probably easier to see all the gold embossing on the card for the Magician. So that's why I had a bit of a trick with the lighting. If it's not, the best for you, I do apologize for that. But here we're looking at the Magician. And then we're going to follow that by the High Priestess. She has the crown and the Torah and the columns. We'll look at the Empress. And followed immediately by the Emperor. I think my camera is having a bit of a hard time with this deck as well, because I'm noticing that it's not necessarily focusing as much as I would like. Here we're looking at the Hierophant with the supplicants and the keys and the hand position. And here we see the Lovers. Next, we'll look at the Chariot. Again, very traditional with the two Sphinxes drawing the Chariot. Here we see Strength with the lady gently controlling the lion. And the symbol of infinity over her head. Lemniscate is what I think that symbol is called. Now we're looking at the Hermit carrying his lantern with the six-pointed star within it. Here we see the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, I have the Wheel of Fortune up. It's hard to tell on this card which is right side up and which is right side down. But there, let me put the Wheel of Fortune on there. Right side up. There we go. It looks kind of weird when the Sphinx was upside down. Here we see Justice. And again, this may not be the best deck for a beginner. It does have the numbers on the cards, but it doesn't have the names of the cards. So I'm not only going off of memory with this, but I also have on my second monitor, I have my quick reference, my tarot quick reference document that is posted for sale on Etsy. So if I get stuck on naming any of these, I can quickly look at my reference document and call out the right name. I'm a beginner just like everybody else. So next we will look at the Hanged Man. And here we have the Death card, showing that death does indeed come for everyone, but death doesn't always mean physical death. It rarely means physical death. It just means a change or a transformation, something new, something you can't stop. Here we're looking at the Temperance card. And this one is the Devil. The same two people from the Lovers card. They're chained to the pedestal that the Devil is sitting on. They're not chained to him directly. And I can't remember what that hand position is called. I know it is the Vulcan salute, but I'm sure it has a real name and a real meaning. Here we're looking at the Tower with the people falling to the ground. This is the Star, followed immediately by the Moon. And this one gives a good depiction of one of these animals being a dog and the other one being the wolf. Both are howling at the moon because they both have that same basic nature, basic instinct. And these creepy little mud bugs or whatever they're called coming up from the water. Not my favorite. So let's just move on away from the mud bug and go to the sun card. The child riding the horse underneath the benevolent rays of the sun. And here we have Judgment, which is a truer picture of transformation than the Death card. And finally, we'll wrap up the major arcana by looking at the World card. In most traditional representations of the world, it does have this green wreath going around it in a circular pattern, and these red ribbons at the top and the bottom of the circle, I guess is the only word I'm coming up with at the moment. So now let's look at the suit of swords. And it looks like, I don't know if the sun shifted, but it looks like my lighting is cooperating a bit better. So there's the Ace of Swords. This is the Two of Swords. The lady's blindfolded, holding the swords crossed in front of her chest. This is the Three of Swords. By the way, you see the suit is represented at the bottom of each of these cards. So if you do buy this deck and you're stuck on, well, I know it's an 8, but I don't know what suit it is, just look at the bottom of the card. So this one is definitely the Suit of Swords. There's the Four of Swords with a very pretty stained glass window in the background of the photo there. Here we have the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords, moving from something into something else. Here's the Seven of Swords. This is a really good representation of the Thief card. Just look at his face. I'm going to take everything you have. Next, we will look at the Eight of Swords. She could free herself. The Nine of Swords, anxiety and stress. And the Ten of Swords, complete ruin or destruction. Next, we'll look at the Page of Swords, followed by the Knight of Swords. Look at him charging in there. That horse is rolling. And he's encouraging it. He's not just hanging back trying to slow the horse down. He's all bent into it and ready to go. He reminds me of a jockey during the Triple Crown races. So now we're looking at the Queen of Swords. And finally, the King of Swords. So, as I move into the next suit, keep in mind that the bottoms of all of these cards had the swords at the bottom. So now let's look at the suit of wands, and you'll see exactly what I mean. This is not a sword, it's basically a stick. It doesn't have the blade attached to it. So again, if you get stuck on what suit a particular card is, you can always look at the bottom. And then the number of the suit is at the top of each of these cards as well. So there's the Ace of Swords. And here's the Two of Swords, or Ace of Swords. See, I'm getting in my own head. That's the Ace of Wands, followed by the Two of Wands. Here's the Three of Wands. I'm trying to remember to look at my monitor after every card to make sure that the camera has focused correctly so you get a good glimpse of what the card looks like. Here's the Four of Wands with the White Castle in the background and the celebration. Here's the Five of Wands. I wouldn't want to run into any of those people in a dark alley. And here's the Six of Wands, the victor. He's going through the parade. He has the wreath of celebration there. The Seven of Wands. This guy's defending himself and his position. Here's the Eight of Wands, flying through the air. And here's the Nine of Wands. This guy's seen some stuff. Here's the Ten of Wands, the burden. the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I must say, I do love the black cat on the Queen of Wands. But I have already told you I'm a cat mom, so that's totally understandable. And finally, we have the King of Wands. Another piece of symbolism that you may want to pay attention to if you're trying to decipher the suits. I don't know if it's on the Queen of Wands or not. How about on the page? Okay. So on these cards, if you look at the Knight of Wands, he has salamanders on his cloak there. And that corresponds to the element of fire, which is what the wands represent. And I don't see any on the Queen of Wands here. Just doing a quick once over, and there aren't any on the Queen of Wands. But what made me try and bring this up is they're also very obvious on the King of Wands here. The salamander, again, is considered to be associated with the element of fire, which is what the suit of wands represents. So let's move on to the suit of cups. We'll start out with the Ace of Cups. Here you see it's a definite cup on the bottom. It's not going. I'm not going to be confused about the suit of cups, like I did misspeak when I called that Ace of Wands as the Ace of Swords. So here we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Two of Cups. Again, very traditional representation, at least as far as the symbolism. This one does not have the angel on top of the card. The Three of Cups, they are having a party. It's a celebration. Here's the Four of Cups. Pouting little kid saying, I don't care. Whatever, Mom. Here's the Five of Cups. And here's the Six of Cups. Remembering back to a kinder, gentler time. The Seven of Cups. So many options. And here we have the Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. The Ten of Cups. The happy family and the rainbow and the cups in the sky. The Page of Cups. With the surprise fish in the cup. Hello, I'm here. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Her cup is much more ornate than the other cups in the suit. And then we have the King of Cups. So let's take a look at the final suit. It looks like this video is already getting a little bit long, probably because I shared a couple of tips. So let's just move through the pentacles here. So first, we have the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Pentacles. He's not specifically juggling, but he is having fun and playful and kind of screwing around, actually. Here we have the Three of Cups. The Apprentice, or taking direction. Four of Cups, again, very traditional with two pentacles each under the feet, and then the one around the heart and one at the top of the head. This card always makes me sad, the Five of Pentacles, because they could use some help, but they don't have help available to them. Here's the Six of Pentacles, where the help comes in. Somebody is dispensing charity or help, providing some form of assistance. Or it could also imply, this is the dominant person or higher in society, and these are I don't want to use the term lesser people, but they're more submissive, I guess, is the best explanation. The Seven of Pentacles, farmer waiting for the crops to grow. He's put the work in. The Eight of Pentacles, nose to the grindstone, continuing the work, the job. The Queen of the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen. I'm already jumping ahead in the deck. That's the 9. And here's the 10. So now we'll wrap up with the court cards. We see the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Here's the Queen that I jumped ahead to earlier. And finally, the King of Pentacles. So I hope this video was helpful as you're doing your virtual shopping. If you do decide that you are drawn to this deck and decide to purchase it, I would greatly appreciate it if you used one of the affiliate links that's in the description of this video. And for other information and resources, please do visit my website, trilliumtarot.com. If you get a chance, please give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications of new videos as they come out. We'll see you next time.